Welcome back everybody to Hot Rod Guy Garage, and today's episode is going to be on the 70. It's not going to be what you're going to expect, so stick around with me through the end. You made it through the intro, and we're here in the garage, here with the 70 Torino. Now, I've been thinking long and hard about changing some stuff up on this car. And even though I'm not financially able to change up stuff on this car, I am. So, it's time for the big block to go and something else to go in its home. So, tentatively, I've got a buyer for the big block and the C6 out of the car. And we'll see what the future brings. So, follow along with me. We'll see how far we get today. We'll go from there. You know, it's kind of sad, really. I'd always wanted a big block in this car, and I put one in it. This motor's been in this car for, I don't know, since, not this motor, but it's been big block swapped since the late 90s. So, I think it's just time for a change, and I don't know what that change is going to be yet. One thing I do know, I've got like 3 days to have this out of here. This is not the easiest motor to pull, especially those headers. I'm really looking forward to that. But I think it's going to be a move for the better. We'll just have to see what happens. So, a lot of you probably thinking, what am I swapping in this car? I have absolutely no idea. And I also know if you're probably worried that I'm going to probably put an LS in it. Now, that would probably make the most sense, but that's not going to happen either. It's just, this car will never have a Chevrolet motor in it whatsoever. But it is going to have probably something oddball in it that none of y'all are going to expect. And, you know, this is the way it goes, I guess. So, if you have any input, what I should put in here, you know, drop it down in the comments, because, you know, I'm pulling the motor out with absolutely no plan of what I'm putting back in it, so it's going to be something. So, what that something is, I don't quite know yet. You know, guys, I may seem kind of somber about this because I am. It's about the only choice I got. So, you know, got to move on forward. And I don't know what I'm putting in yet. That's what I'm thinking about while I'm making this video. You know, I do have some oddball stuff sitting around. I do have another big block sitting here on the floor too, you know, under all this stuff. Probably not what I'm putting back in it though. So, I don't know. Like I said, take your best guess down in the comments below and let's keep pulling this stuff out and see how far we get today. Well, got the radiator out, transmission cooler out, you know, the ignition relay, you know, fan, throttle cable, heater hoses, you know, all that important stuff. And that leaves us with these headers, motor mount bolts, you know, the transmission cross member, exhaust, and of course drive shaft. So get the car jacked up and, you know, I gotta climb up under there and get this big old exhaust off here. Exhaust is pretty heavy, you know, it's 3.5-inch pipe. Guess it Flowmaster's on it, so yay, gotta climb under the car, get this stuff off, and you know, then we start taking those headers off. So fun stuff. Well, one sewer pipe out. If you don't use a band clamp like that on your hair collectors, you're really missing out on taking something apart easy. And now we're down to the fun part, getting these headers off. So, I don't know if you can see, but it's relatively tight in there. And in hindsight, on most slip joints I put overlapping band clamps. Keep them from leaking because nobody likes the exhaust leaks, and yeah, those are fun to get off too. So, let's get busy. Well, it's getting pretty late on Sunday. As you see, I got both the headers out. I would have video taking them out, but it's absolutely no fun. Hooker headers, very, very poor fit my frame cars. Step back to some of my older posts. And before Facebook, I bought these headers. They were like $800 and something, and I ended up having to cut them up and redone some tubes just to make them fit the application that they're supposed to fit. So, you know, if anybody needs a set, you know, for a 70 to 71 Torino or a 71 through 73 Mustang or, you know, something like that, make sure you hit me up because I've got a set that will absolutely fit your car, and, you know, I get the exhaust that goes with it. I'll let that go if somebody wanted to come get it. Pretty reasonable. So, you know, at this point, I'm still thinking about what I'm putting in the car, and I have no idea, guys. I've looked at quite a few things, and I've got a few motors sitting around. But I guess at this point, it's going to be a surprise. I don't know. Let's put a 3-cylinder in it. No, that's not going to happen. But it will be something smaller than the big block. I know that a lot of people probably don't like it. It is what it is, and Free Tro's trying to run away. So, I don't know. Kind of, you know, it's kind of one of them days where I've been pulling this out for a few days and thinking about if I really want to get rid of it. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta let stuff go. Sometimes things have to change other stuff. Another thing, it's not gonna stay red long, guys. So, this is just step one of what I've got somewhat planned or loosely planned. But, you know, it's what it is. So, it's going to be kind of a shorter video than I usually put out. But I figured it was worth notating and, you know, making a video on. So, pretty much, guys, until the next time, and maybe I decide what I put in this thing. This will probably be the last video on the 70 for a little while. So, if you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button. if you like this kind of stuff, hit that like button. And I'll see you at the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.